yesterday, which was kind of nice.
Are you at the lab still?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm all done at the lab.
That's right. I thought you
Did I tell you? Oh, did I tell you that they lost one of their, 3 biggest clients?
No, you didn't. Jesus.
No, yeah. So when I put in my 2 weeks, my last day was supposed to be, a Friday or something. And that would have been, I would have only been there, 2 days for that week. He's like, you don't have to show up on that Friday. It's like, oh, that's nice of the manager and whatnot. And then I come out and I hear from everybody we lost Conagra, and I'm like, oh, they couldn't afford me. They couldn't afford me. We don't. If you come in, you will cost us way too much. It'll be well.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay,
so I got out of there perfect time. It seems like.
Are you still Bonefish?
Yeah. So I was there.
Are you still doing the bar? You were doing bar work too. Are you still doing that with? I know you're doing that with Sam a little bit. Are you still doing that? Or
yeah, that's what I was all day yesterday. I was
nice. How'd it go?
It was a decent day. It's kind of hard with the OSU Michigan game to make money at a restaurant because nobody comes in.
You guys have TVs though, don't you? Or not?
Yeah, but for the OSU Michigan game, who goes to a restaurant or bar when you could watch it at the Eckley's house and get truly shit-faced and not have to worry about cops?
Okay, fair enough. I feel like you'd have enough people also too. I feel like though Saturday, it's after Thanksgiving, folks are like, I cooked all week. Go out,
they're going to go out. They're going to, so I feel like basically everybody that I had at the restaurant was a Notre Dame fan or a UK fan. Yeah.
They're just kind of makes sense.
They didn't care what was happening.
No, I gotta say, bro, I am so excited for this pod. I've been rehearsing my stuff for our stuff.
Give me your hands, show me the door. I cannot stand to wait anymore. Somebody said, be what you be. We could be old and cold and dead on the sea. But I love you more than words can say. Well, I can't count the reasons I should stay. Give me some rope, time and a dream.
Let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. We are back after a long delay. I do apologize about that. Lately, I've been dealing with some pretty intense stuff with my cat, Lila. As you know, I've had Lila for the last 9 years through a lot of stuff. And around the beginning of November, she stopped eating and was just very lethargic. We've been in and out of the vet hospital for the past, pretty much the whole month. And unfortunately, she actually did pass away on Friday. Still not entirely sure why. The reason why was a form of congestive heart failure. We just never found out exactly what the cause was yet. I'm okay. I had a lot of time to, prepare myself for this, so it's not as big a shock or anything like that. It's just a little quieter around the apartment. But I do want to lead into that for all of our listeners, all 12 of us. For those of you that don't already have pet insurance, get it now. I cannot.
Let's get a pet insurance sponsor on here.
Yeah, ASPCA actually does sponsor. Quick question: the Soren and Daniel podcast.
Really?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But yeah, pet insurance is an incredible thing. I also use ASPCA. There's a couple of other good ones. My sister's company actually offers pet insurance as part of her benefits, which, might be something to look into. Yeah, I know, right?
I've never heard of that.
It's pretty awesome. She's paid nothing for his puppy shots and all that. And I think his spay and neuter is going to cost half of what it normally would. Which is pretty, yeah. And it's super inexpensive. I paid I pay $60 a month now for Ellie, but she's 9, so she's considered a senior, so her rate went up a little bit. But until then, before that, it was like $30, $11 for Lila. She went up to like 27 after she turned 9. But yeah, it was a huge help during all this. Made it a lot easier to say yes to certain things and just, fight as hard as we could to try and figure this out. At the same time,
how much do you think pet insurance? Like, if you had to go out of pocket for all this, what do you think it would have run you?
Well, here's the tricky thing about pet insurance. You do have to pay the cost up front, and then they reimburse you. It is the opposite of normal insurance.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
So what I did is I got a care credit card, which you should see a ad for that at every single veterinary hospital you ever go to. It's essentially just like a medical card that you can use for vet bills and people medical bills. And it offers you like a really good rate. Like if you pay it off entirely within 6 months, get charged no interest, something like that.
Yeah. So essentially, you just put that on.
Ellie, hey, it's okay.
Ellie.
Someone's walking by.
Pay off that credit card debt.
Yeah.
And then you just put it on the care card. And how long do you think it's going to take you to get reimbursed?
Yeah, it's taken a little bit for the long hospitalization bill I had, but the first few, they process those pretty quick. It's usually within a week, but the max is like 3 weeks.
Okay, great. That's good. And if you put it all on your card, it doesn't matter. Okay.
And I mean, it doesn't cover it entirely. It only covers like 75%, and there is a limit. But, that's just based on what my plan is. There's so many different ways that you can, if you pay a little bit more for the premium a month, you can get like up to 95% back, stuff like that.
And Lila was just such a great cat, too.
Thank you.
Like I said, Leslie and I have been doing Digital Nomad. We're, 12, 13 house sits now, and we've done a lot of cats because Leslie likes cats, so I've really grown to love cats. That's where I came up with my cat-dog theory, and Lila was a great one. Real OG. Super sweet, super cute. I like tuxedo cats in general. That's my favorite type of cat. She was just the sweetest little tuxedo cat. And just a tough little warrior, too. She's been through a lot, Lila.
Yeah, that cat's been through, she went through 2 cross-state moves, 4 different houses, more like 6 different houses, and just countless step siblings that tormented her. She very much should have been a solo cat, and I really think she really enjoyed the last couple of years she got to have being a solo cat like that.
That's good. She was a great girl. Love her to death. And she was awesome. I really liked her a lot. It's funny because she was always. It's weird how much of in my life she was. Cause I just remember in your basement, I would see her all the time. And she's way more present than my adulthood days.
She was never much of a cat that hid. The only time she ever hid is when she first met Brandy. She got scared of Brandy, and then she swiped Brandy once. Brandy got scared of her, and she was like, "Oh, so I can just bully you? Okay, I'm fine. I'm gonna do whatever I want now." Yeah. She was very scared of Winston, Michaela's dog.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a behemoth. That dog's like 80 pounds now. He's a big boy lab.
Okay, those are things. Oh, it's Diet Coke, man.
Yeah, that's the sponsor I really want. You could save me an embarrassing amct of money if you sponsor me Diet Coke.
Yeah. If they just send you a couple cases of Diet Coke a month, I would be thrilled.
That's all I need.
That'd be more than enough for me, honestly. Anything to fuel your habit would be more than enough. That's a good plug. Shout out to pet insurance. I don't have a pet, but I would love to know. I think most of who has pet? Obviously, Gertz does. Chris does.
Both Gertzes.
I know Gertz does. I know Gertz has pet insurance.
I bet you Chris does. I bet you Chris could get his through Ford or whatever. I would be shocked if they don't offer it in some way. And Bill's got Najee. Ian's got his cats. Oliver.
Yes, we got a lot of big beds in the family.
Yeah. And Joe's got his dogs too.
Great cat. Love cats.
All right, so enough sad stuff. Moving on, we are doing a little something special today. We are going to have our matchup of the week on. They're coming on in a little bit to help watch the Arsenal-Chelsea game with us. Shout out Chris for my soccer reference. But first, we're going to do a little bit of pop culture talk with me and Alec. We've been talking about, we wanted to do this on the last podcast, but we ran out of time. We're going to do a little something we're going to call career coach. Alec and I are both going to take an actor, and then, we're going to go through their past acting career and then come up with our take on what we think would catapult them into true superstardom status, like almost Tom Cruise level or status or equivalent, yeah. And then after that, we're going to spin off and talk about some other stuff too, just because we haven't talked pop culture in a hot minute.
We have not.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this. The irony is not lost on me that we are two people who are not in entertainment at all, offering opinions on wildly more successful people than us on how they should be more successful.
It really should be said. I mean, our advice could be totally terrible, and they might.
Yeah. It's probably not a bad idea to almost how you hail a pick in fantasy where it's like you go against them because they're so bad at picking in like sports betting. There's a term for it. You could almost do that with us, but regardless, I feel very passionately about these, and I feel like I'm right. And I'm really excited to talk about my person in particular because I've been sitting on this take for probably 6 months. I just haven't had the proper. Leslie can only hear me say this so many times. She's like, you need to talk to Tom. I'm losing my mind. So Tom, here you are.
At least you're not talking to yourself out in your apartment and like, I really should call Alec or something. Just echoing.
Exactly. So each of us are going to select someone and walk, like you said, what do we think they're good at, what we think they're not good at, and then what we think their career choices could be. These are the sorts of discussions that like agents would be having with their talent. Or managers, manager.
Or casting directors with producers. Like, should we cast this person? Will they work out? Yada, yada, yada. Because you never want to have...
These are the sorts of... Yeah. Or if you're pitching a movie and it's like, this is what we're thinking. Like, these are the sorts of, like, I think, conversations that those folks are having. So I'm actually just really excited to chop it up. And so I just start off with my person, Tom?
Yeah, we should shout out the studio, though. Because we are just kind of ripping off what that whole show premise is just...
Is that what it was? I didn't watch the studio.
I mean, it's essentially. I mean, it was all about the people that make movies. So, most of the people, like anybody that wasn't already playing themselves, was playing like a casting agent or a producer or something like that.
Nice. Okay. Well, great. Well, I'll kick it off with my person then. My actress we will be career coaching this week is Zendaya. So for folks who don't know, Zendaya. I think she's a pretty well-known name at this point, but if you're not, she's in Dune.
For those of you that don't know, like all four of you.
Good point. So it's Zendaya was in Dune 2. She is Mary Jane in Spider-Man. Probably her most famous role is Rue in Euphoria. She was also a Disney kid, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not
absolutely.
mistaken.
She was on. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Wizards of Waverly Place, or is that?
No, that was. Wizards of Waverly Place is Selena Gomez.
Gomez, yeah. It gets all confusing. But she's been a precocious child star, and now she is a...
She was in Shake It Up. That's what it was.
Okay,
which was like, it was the dance one.
Yeah. She's a precocious child star. Now she's like... I think her career is at an interesting point, because we'll talk about challengers, of course, but I do think her career is a little bit, I don't want to say stalled out, but she was definitely hot, I think, like a year to maybe 18 months ago. I think like Dune 2, she was kind of, like she had Dune 2, she had Far From Home, like a lot of that was coalescing. I feel like she was very like of the moment at that time, and then Challengers came out, or like 6 months after that, right? Does that sound right to you?
That sounds about right. Here's how I would compare it. Like, I've seen Sydney Sweeney in a lot of stuff recently. I would have expected to see Zendaya in that amount of stuff.
That's correct. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's been in way too much.
And she's just bomb. It's embarrassing.
I would love to do a career coach for her too, but we'll talk. She's actually, but anyway, so Zendaya. So we'll first start off with why I chose Zendaya, because I actually think Zendaya is really talented. I think in a certain lane, I think that she is really good. And I think Zendaya, the reason I'm so interested in her is because I think Zendaya, I called her the Gen Z Brad Pitt, because I think she is so, like, strikingly good looking. Mm-hmm. You feel compelled to put her into Dune 2 as, like, the warrior princess, or Challengers, the super sexy, like, woman who's, like, living a love affair with two different guys, much in the same way that Brad Pitt was used in, like, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Troy, where he would be this, like, the A-list guy. And I think Brad Pitt was really just a stoner soul and a hot, sexy man. And I think Zendaya has a similar issue. I don't think she plays sexy or fierce very well. I don't think that's where she lives. I don't think that's where she wants to. I think people want to put her there, and I don't think she should go there just yet. So we'll start there. What do you think of that?
I would concur with that. I really do. Especially being like a Disney Channel kid, she probably got put into a box relatively early. And yes. I would say that she is probably trying to break out of that box. I think Dune is a little bit of her trying to break out of that box, because she is playing a female character with a lot more agency. She's a warrior in this case, and not just like a damsel in distress.
Totally.
And same with her take on Mary Jane. I would say that's the most further thing away from it, because I like the take that they're doing on Mary Jane. I like when they make Mary Jane have more to do in Spider-Man stories. Like in the Spider-Man 4 game, she's a reporter as opposed to a model or an actress.
Oh, okay.
I like that a lot more than, her just waiting in the apartment for Pete to come home.
Yeah, and I think like, I'm glad you brought up Spider-Man, because like I whenever I'm doing this exercise, I'm thinking, like, when did an actor or actress speak to me the most? Like, when was a scene that I was like, oh, they're really cooking here? And the scene that I thought she's really good in, I think she's really good in Euphoria. We can talk about Euphoria later. But another scene I really liked her in is the end of Far From Home. Was that the third one?
No, the third one that's No Way Home.
No Way Home, thank you. The end of No Way Home, when she's forgotten who Peter is, and it's like Tom. I think both of them are cooking in that. But
yeah,
I think when she plays, like, kind of shy, almost girl next door, I think and more subdued. I think if I'm trying to get at what she's good at, I think it's playing more subdued, like reacting off someone a little bit better than like driving a scene. I don't think she's like a scene chewer, which is why I think Challengers have real issues. But we'll get to Challengers. But I think, like, because I think she's so sweet and so, like, charming, and like I loved her so much in that scene. She was so good, and I think that is where I think Rue in Euphoria is an extension of that. Where I think she's a little bit more. She's not, she's wearing hoodies and sweatpants the entire show. She's a drug addict. Like, I think that's where she feels much more at home. Much in the same way with, like, Brad Pitt was like, he almost played better, and he was like the number 2 in Ocean's 11. Or when he was like playing the stoner in True Romance, like he had. Yeah. I think that's when he works best too.
Yeah.
In the same thing with Zendaya,
he's not even the lead in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, even though he's what you remember from that. When he's not the lead, I think he's a lot more memorable. I think that's a good point.
And Brad Pitt's a phenomenal number 2, and I think that is ultimately Zendaya's career. Is she's like, I think she needs to be paired with, like, Leo and Brad. Unreal 1-2. You have Leo. He's an overactor. He's always. I mean, he's great, obviously, but he brings it to every scene. And Brad Pitt just, like, receiving it. That's why their chemistry was so good. And I think that's where Zendaya ultimately needs to go, because I think that was a big challenge in Challengers, pardon the pun. But I don't think people wanted to say it because everyone loves Zendaya, but I think Challengers was bad because Zendaya wasn't good at it. I think the 2 guy leads were good. I did not think she was very good.
Really?
I did not think she was good. I didn't. I thought she was like. There were moments she was okay, but there was one scene in particular in Challengers where it's like they are just meeting after a tennis scene, or so they're at a tennis party. They go off. They're on some beach, and she's like wearing this blue dress, and she's like sitting on this rock, and it very much feels like a senior year photo. Like she just, you can almost feel her like trying to look alluring. It's very odd. Leslie picked it up on it too. We both were like, this scene is really awkward. And I think that she I just think the challenge. I don't think I saw a lot of critiques of that because I think people love Zendaya. She seems awesome, but I think like that's a role that like Angelina Jolie rips into two pieces.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the role, and I think that like people wanted her to be that. I just don't think that's her. And now I'm very curious to see where she goes from here. Like with that in mind, like what would be a role? Like what is a Zendaya role now? Like what is it? You know, and this is where I think I struggle. And I'm curious to see what you think, Tom. Like, what is Zendaya's next project?
I would say,
if we done this,
yeah, if she, you know, especially if she or if her agent or whatever takes from challengers, okay, like maybe she's not a true lead. Make her the lead of an ensemble. Like
yes.
She could do incredible stuff in a Knives Out mystery film because she doesn't have to carry every scene. She's reacting to what will assumedly be a bunch of other fantastic actors. By the way, my prediction for Wake Up Dead Man, Jeremy Renner's the killer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even watch the trailer yet. I saw who the cast was, and my pick is Jeremy Renner.
Okay.
And if I'm right, I will explain why.
Okay. I do think you're so right on the ensemble, and I think that that's why she works so well in Euphoria. Because you have so many people. You have Elordi.
That's why everybody in Euphoria works so well. I think they're all people that need to be ensembles. Sydney Sweeney, Elordi, who, spoiler alert, my guy.
But I think they're all bringing, like, and that's why I think Rue is so good in that, or Zendaya is so good as Rue, because I think that, like, her just receiving all this energy and kind of having this, like, aloofness, she's, like, really fun. That's the other thing, too, is Zendaya's funny. I think she has good comedic timing. I think,
God, her generation of Disney kids, they got some timing on comedy. And I don't know how, because the timing, if you watch those shows, the timing is insane because you have to account for the kids laughing, and sometimes that's like 2 whole minutes, which kills a joke. But they still, like, I guess they just learned structure or whatever at such an early age that they just get it.
Yeah, she has some line deliveries in Euphoria as, like, the stoner, like, the one that I'm coming back, there's a bathroom scene where everyone's losing their mind and Rue's just kind of, like, trying to get a fix, and it's quite funny, and she's really good at it.
Yeah.
And so I think you're right, Tom. I think her leading an ensemble as, like, is a great call. I think that would be in a project where you have, like, 4, 5, 6 people, and, like, I don't know necessarily, like, what genre we're in, but I like that concept of, like, surrounding Zendaya with a lot of, like, people. Like,
her next project will be a lot like that. She'll be in the Odyssey.
Yeah, but the Odyssey is she's not.
It could be tricky though. I don't remember who she's playing in the Odyssey. I mean,
I don't know either. But the Odyssey, but again, the Odyssey doesn't feel right to me. That feels like let's see her role in that. But what feels like that to me is like she's going to be someone's wife, like someone's fierce wife.
Yeah, which could be good for her. I mean, it's a smaller. I mean, it wouldn't be as much of a stepping stone that she would need in her career at this point. But at the same time, any role in a Christopher Nolan movie could be incredible for you.
Right. I mean, yeah, like if you have a side, but again, so she is going to be playing Athena, goddess of wisdom.
Okay.
So,
which is actually a pretty decent role in the Odyssey. Like she'll have so she will essentially be spending the whole movie, you know, encouraging Matt Damon to keep going. Which Which I think is cool, but again, this is that role of Athena is not any different than what Dune 2 was. You know, no, that's a very good point.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, her cheekbones and her face structure is so like warrior princess, and I mean, what she's playing again here, and like that's her screen time I'm worried about. It's like where. Or, like that's why like I don't want to like again if you have a shot of a Christopher Nolan you take it like that's a no-brainer. You have he's so I don't fault the choice, but again it's still she's being used incorrect. Like she won't do bad, she's talented, but she's not going to sing is my point. And I think that there's other roles like I'm kind of thinking like so what's hard for me is every time I'm trying to come up with comps for her I always come up with men. So, like, another person that I really would think like she would do great in is like a Jeff Bridges as Big Lebowski, like stoner comedy. Okay. That's where I think she could be used quite well. And like,
actually, I'm not gonna lie, a gender bent Lebowski could be really funny.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I always.
That could be really good, actually.
But I always just it's like whenever I'm doing these comps, he's always these like Pitt, Bridges. These are the people that I almost feel like she's like should be.
Well,
And
I mean,
as far as like, is that exist
in her defense
for-
too, like that the druggy woman role hasn't really existed for all that long.
I know.
I would
and
say,
that's
I
kind
would
of
say
cool.
probably not. I mean, it probably first started in the '90s. The first example I can think of is Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
I would
But
say,
she's
but Uma Thurman can chew a scene. She can
Mhm.
carry a scene by herself. I
100%.
would say, a very, very different actress to Zendaya. Unless Zendaya can get there, she's still young. She still has so much to learn. Which is, yeah, she could turn into a scene chewer for all we know.
That's not like, but that's the thing. You try scene chewing after you find like, okay, this is what I crush. Like this, and that's like I'm trying to find like what I crush at, and what you're saying, Tom, is why I struggle because there's no like female cop for her right now. Like I've struggled to think of one in terms of like someone's. And this is what I try and do with this is like, okay, whose career well seen, and then who should she be taking her place off of? What choices should she be making? And they're usually men that I'm like, oh, I like that choice. Like, and so that's why I struggle with trying to figure out like the vehicle for her. But I do like your ensemble call. I think that she because she's naturally very cool, and like so I feel like there's also a world like I could see a movie of like a Steven Soderbergh kind of thingy, like a sleek, like kind of fun caper where she's a lead in, not like Ocean's 11, but something in that vein. I'm thinking. I don't want to be too serious though. Again, I think she's like naturally pretty comedic, so I'm trying to stay out of like the Homer Odyssey. I don't like Christopher Nolan. All his stuff is pretty serious. PTA pretty serious, and so I'm trying to stay out of that and a level removed from that serious.
I wouldn't be shocked if she cracked some jokes in the Odyssey though. Like the gods play jokes quite a bit, which could be fun for her. But I don't know.
Movies aren't really funny though. He's usually like the most you'll get is like a snarky.
It's very dry, which she can do. But yeah,
I have no issue. Yeah, I want a little like it's shameless is the tone I'm thinking a little bit. Like the other guy, like something like that in there is where I'm thinking a little bit more.
A Shane Black buddy where it's like a true co-lead where because I'm gonna argue that like. She might be comparable also to like present day Ryan Gosling. I don't really think Gosling's that great as a lead. I liked him a lot in.
I know what you're gonna say in the Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I might be a little partial to that. I always have a soft spot for meta movies, but I thought he did pretty good. But also, like, the supporting cast of that one's incredible. You got Aaron Taylor Johnson. You've got Winston Duke, Emily Blunt.
How good is ATJ in that? Another just great role.
He's so good. God,
he's so good at that. He pops up in that as like the dick actor, and I'm like, God, he's so good.
He's so good at it. He's so
good at everything. He's so good. But okay, I know, and I want to get to Elordi too. And this will probably have to be a part 2 discussion. But yeah, I do want to center a little bit more on like I think we could still go another 10 on what she could do, but. Yeah, I'm still like I haven't quite like I said I like the Shane Black, Steven Soderbergh. Like I'm trying to get her like
she can do a buddy cop with like
and she's like
I would maybe pair her with like an older actress, like maybe a Kate McKinnon, and do like a funny buddy cop type thing with that. Where
nothing's there. You have to pair her if you're going to do a buddy thing.
because she would have to play straight to Kate McKinnon, and I don't know if I want her to play the straight character.
Well, that's what you have to decide. I mean, like, whoever you pair with her, if you go the buddy route, has to be a more manic, energetic actor, like actress.
They have to have more energy. Yeah, so maybe McKinnon.
McKinnon's not bad. I like your thing of McKinnon. You could always go with my girl who, what's her name? I'm blanking on her name. She was in 28 Years Later. We love her. Jodie Comer. Like, I think Jodie Comer would be another, like, she loves bringing it, And I think putting them together as, like, I don't know in what context, but I have this sort of like
older, younger detective type situation, possibly, or because Shane Black needs to just make mystery noir movies,
right? But regardless, I like this concept of like Jodie Comer bringing a ton, and like Zendaya just kind of looking at it, like side eyeing her and being like, "Dude, what the?"
Yeah, being the Gerard Butler in Other Guys.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. so it's like there's something there that I think you could play around with that I'm like interested in with her that I think. Again, I think that she has to be paired with someone who's bringing a little bit more. But I think if you pair her with someone, I think they could like both go up together. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Like again, I don't know what her slate looks like after this. But if I was her, I want to kind of get into that world.
Yeah.
If I can, but we'll see. Like I said, you're so right that like she's so young.
Right.
She has so much time to like figure this out. She's only 29 years old, so like she has time. But I am curious to see like what she starts to do here, because like after I'm looking at her filmography coming up here. So obviously she has, like we said, Homer Odyssey, which will be quite exciting. I'm not seeing anything else. She has Shrek 5, Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and Dune Part 3.
Okay.
So that's what she has on
that also probably explains why she hasn't done so much. I'm sure the Odyssey was a long shoot, because she probably had to go to. She probably was only in like 6 scenes, but they're spread out through so much. So she probably was able to like, she probably filmed for 2 weeks, left, did voice recording for Shrek 5, or maybe did some pickup shots for Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and then went back or for Euphoria or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. But again, there's nothing on there that is like filling me with a ton of joy. In terms of it's married to. It's like that's just like
it's a lot of it's the Odyssey and a bunch of contract obligations.
Right, exactly. That's kind of exactly what I'm getting at. I see some sort of the drama, romantic comedy starring her and my boy Pattinson. A24 released next spring. Could be interesting. I haven't seen any trailers.
I've decided I'm going to see anything new Pattinson's in, because he's just got that fuck you Twilight money, and he's just like, you know what, I'm going to just do whatever weird shit I want now, and I love it. I'm here for it all day. Another
thing I was vindicated on, John David Washington, I thought sucked in Tenet. And I was like, if you just would have swapped their roles, if you would have made Pattinson the lead and John David Washington the movie's like 10x better.
He really.
And now John David Washington's out of Hollywood more or less because he sucks.
Yeah.
I thought he sucked the whole time, and everyone was just like, because he got that other robot movie, and like he was in that Ballers movie show with The Rock, and everyone was like,
God, that was Ballers was awful.
Ballers was awful, and everyone loved him in it. And I was like, I think he's average. Anyway, we've gone too long. I do want to talk more about that, but this next person who I'm very interested in, because I am not a fan of this guy, and I'm curious to see what you think. So, Tom, set the scene for Jacob Elordi.
All right, so Jacob Elordi. I'm going to say he first started, he started on an Australian film. Then he got that Kissing Booth role on Netflix, which
that was a big role.
It was a good role. It got him into Hollywood. It got him into studios and whatnot. But I have his wiki up here. The quote is, he fucking hated it. Do whatever. He's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I had to do to, get my foot in the door, but I hated that role. Which is fair. But if you look at his early career, he's a very much, to keep it fantasy related, very much boomer bust. He got some acclaim for roles, like as a supporting character with a role in The Mortuary Collection, which was like an anthology horror film, which you might actually like. He got some good notes for that. But then, like, the next thing he does is the very excellent Mr. Dundee, which was essentially just Crocodile Dundee, desperately trying to make himself relevant again, and also showing he was anti-woke a little bit, which was just weird. When I was looking him up for this, I almost wanted to just do a whole deep dive on just the destruction of Crocodile Dundee's life.
Crocodile Dundee actor is in that?
Oh, yeah, and he plays himself. And he's essentially, like, he's supposed to get a knighthood or whatever, and he has to go through America, and a bunch of, like, weird Californians, like, mess with him or something, and Jacob Elordi plays his son. Which is just... Please, I don't know if you can find that movie anywhere, but please just look up the Wikipedia entry for that movie. It might be one of my top 10 Wikipedia articles.
Dude, that's hilarious. Okay, so
yeah.
Crocodile Dundee, like it.
Yeah. And then so he did a movie with he got to do a movie with Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas, based on a book. Yeah,
like
Deepwater, which it didn't get great critical acclaim, but was like at one point the most watched movie on Hulu. Same with another movie he did for Netflix.
And it's important to call out in that movie. He just played like hot sexy. I mean, he is really hot.
Which has essentially been his entire career. Almost, I would say, up to this point. There's a little. His Wikipedia article says like 2023 to present diversification, and like he's playing Elvis. He's playing the dude from Saltburn. He's playing. The only one that you can argue that isn't him just playing like a sexy dude is Frankenstein, and it's like he's playing a sweet character who's built like a tank. Yes, he's gray and has a bunch of scars or whatever because he's Frankenstein. But
did you see the Elvis? That was the.
I have not seen that Elvis. For some reason I thought he had played Elvis in Elvis, not in Priscilla. I got him mixed up with the other guy.
Yeah, because Priscilla is directed by what's her name?
Sofia Coppola.
Yeah, thank you. And I mean, listen, he's a great looking guy, and like I think literally he just gets cast because like
that's literally what it says on Wikipedia.
Like he's just so like first off, for folks don't know, he's like 6'8" too. He's huge. He's like
monstrous.
So I actually don't think he's 6'8". What do they list him at? Like 6'5", probably. So like
that's like his official thing. But yeah. Let's put him and Gertz back to back and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I bet Gertz is still taller. But regardless, like in like his like portrayal of Elvis was he just didn't change. Like, and that's when I was like, that was when my radars were up because I watched that and I was like, the movie's more centered on Priscilla. It's more her story, so I'm not as concerned about it. But it was so evident to me that he didn't make a choice. It was like, I'm gonna kind of just play smoldering Elvis Presley, which is like okay, what you also did.
I wouldn't say like that's his choice. That seems to be what Coppola wanted from him. She also wanted to make Elvis more of like a villain, I guess, in this, but still.
Yeah, it was. But I thought he was not good. Okay, so he goes through that. That was big for him too.
And I agree with you. I think that would be one of his bust performances.
Yeah,
and I would argue Saltburn as well. I thought he was the least interesting part of Saltburn. I kept thinking, other than his looks, like why is Barry Keoghan so obsessed with this dude? He seems like a wet blanket of a personality.
Yeah, just kind of a dude.
But again, that's all. I feel like that's also what he's being told to do. So it's hard to say like he sucks as an actor in that situation.
I hear you. So, and now I will say this: like I haven't seen it yet, but I know he's getting a lot of love on Frankenstein right now, which you have seen.
Yes.
You think there's like a real like? I mean,
I think there's a change there. I do think there's a change there. For one, his use of space in that is really, really cool, and I feel like that's a lot of Guillermo telling him how to manipulate it. Because when he first like is coming out, like he's constantly like just moving his giant, huge body in weird, different ways, and because he's a baby learning how to manipulate space. You know how babies are just kind of like. Imagine if you had the wingspan of a condor, and we're
interesting.
Yeah.
So the physical side of each other, kind of, which is interesting because I've never really thought of him as like a super physical actor, but it's interesting.
No, I hadn't either. So again, that's me seeing an evolution of him in some way. I'd have to go back onto his older stuff, which I kind of want to do, especially the ones that he got like executive producer credit on, which is just good for you as a young actor. Get that bag. You get experience doing that. Anytime you get to do that, who cares if the movie sucks? Who cares?
I agree. It's good. I agree with that 100%. It's good. It helps you start to build your kind. If you're trying to think of it as like a business, you got to get it on that side.
Exactly. Which you have to a little bit. I mean,
to a certain, it's creative control. It's negotiation. There's just a lot of power that
for being an actor. Yeah. I mean, until you get to like superstar director status or Tom Cruise status.
Exactly.
You got to
which is like reserved for like 6 people.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But also in Frankenstein, for most of the movie, he only says one word.
Okay, interesting.
Which he doesn't. I mean, his look is very smoldering and very like he plays the puppy dog eyes a lot because
he likes those. He likes
which I think is probably at least a good part of the reason why Del Toro picked him because he's like, oh, those. I feel bad for that dude, even though he's an ugly freak of a thing. Like those eyes, though. And he gets abused. Ellie, they're not coming to see you. It's okay. Okay. Yeah. So he gets a lot of sympathy from other characters in that, and he gets abused constantly through in it because Del Toro did a fairly faithful recreation of Frankenstein.
I'm going to talk about later too. I know we're probably running out of time.
Yeah. But yeah.
But what I'm hearing though, like, you like Elordi. Like, you thought he was good in Frank. Like, you think this is a real boom performance.
Big boom, I would say. And I do think
that's love it. He's like the biggest high mark I've read about his, like, of all the things. It's like Elordi brings his A game on this one.
And I do think it's very similar to Zendaya. I think a lot of that has to do with Oscar Isaac and oh God.
Oh, it's Christoph Waltz, isn't it?
Christoph Waltz plays. Christoph Waltz's role is so cool, and I don't know if I want to spoil it for you. Well, did you see the old Frankenstein, like the 31 one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Christoph Waltz. I want to see if you can figure out who he's an homage to from that movie when you see it, because it's really. I didn't get it till the very end, and I was like, damn it, that's so fucking awesome. But him, God, and the boat captain in it, he's played by. He plays General Thrawn now in Star Wars. I can't remember who the fuck it is though.
Oh, wait, the Domhnall Gleeson?
No, that was
Hux. Was he Hux?
That was Hux. God. Captain. That's Captain. Lars Mikkelsen. Lars Mikkelsen is incredible in it. He plays the captain of the ship.
He's great.
From at the beginning, like the framing device part and all that.
Yeah, he's really good. What did I see him in? I really liked him in. There's this show I really liked him.
And also Mia Goth is really good in it too. He gets to play off her a lot, and they have a very good chemistry, which I think they had before. I think they worked together on a different, on one of her, the Maxine Meeks, the whatever that trilogy is.
I like Mia Goth. She's been in good work. She's carved out a nice little lane. I think she's
Geek Squad too.
Yeah, I would definitely say she's Geek Squad. But I don't want to talk about. Let's talk about Elordi. But Goth, I think she's made really good choices for her. A big fan. So Elordi. So we kind of have what he's good at. So the reason I wasn't super into Frankenstein is, like, again, another like playbook every good-looking person has done. Is I'm so hot, now I'm going to play ugly. Like, people love, Sydney Sweeney did it with that boxing. I mean, good-looking actors and actresses do this all the time. It's like, it is the go-to playbook of, like, I want to prove that I'm a real actor or actress. I'm going to play ugly. I'm going to gain 20 pounds. I'm going to get face prosthetics. It's been done so many times I don't even want to go over all the actors and actresses who have done it.
Trying to pull the Scorsese. So I would say it all goes back to Raging Bull.
Yeah, it does. And it's a big thing, and they all do it, and and it felt like so on the nose to me to be like, I'm the hottest guy in Hollywood, and now I'm going to play Frankenstein, a monster. So I wasn't a huge fan of the choice, but it seems to work out for him. Where do you go from, like, here if you're a Elordi? Like, what do you next vehicle here?
So, unfortunately for him, I would say his career, he should do what Pattinson does. He should try to develop more relationships with Guillermo del Toro types, weird directors, and just whatever role that they want for him, they'll pick. So, he can go out and try and, if he needs to go out and audition to get certain roles, that's fine. But he should almost be like a stable character. He should be like a stable character for del Toro or something like that. It really, I think it really, really sucks for him that Quentin Tarantino is about to retire from filmmaking. I think he could play a lot of really good bit parts in Tarantino movies.
See, you think he has a lot more range than I do. I think both those directors, he would struggle. Like, I think Tarantino, he would struggle with. I think unless he was in like a super minor bit role, like, I'm trying to think let's think of like Tarantino's movies, right? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Pulp Fiction, like, what is a role that you think Elordi could have been in one of those movies? Because I'm trying to think, it's like, there's nothing obvious to me in Pulp Fiction.
No, I think he could have done Bruce Willis's role. But at the same time, that also is.
I think he's good looking. He's way too. Bruce Willis is like perfect for like the down and out, like ruggedly handsome type. Like that's what that. I mean, he's like that guy's like.
Yeah, there is that meta there. I mean, he could have arguably been. I think he could have arguably. Well, no, I think Travolta's role might be too much for him.
No, he could not.
Maybe not Pulp Fiction, but I feel like he could have had a role in Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, I think it's a bit role, but again, I was saying like he's so minor. It's like he's almost too big for that minor. Like I just because what I'm saying is like so you look at like so I was thinking like because I think of the movie what was the I'm blanking on the name, the Tarantino movie where they're in the house and it's snowing.
Hateful Eight.
Thank you. And like I'm trying to think of it like Jennifer Jason Leigh in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with Tarantino, it's almost a prerequisite that you have to be a scene shooter. Like they're not bringing in like it's like I'm trying to think of like a big person. Like every person in there is absolutely reading the hell out of their lines, and I've never seen him really do that.
Yeah, no, he couldn't. No, he couldn't do the scene shoot. Maybe not a Tarantino, but.
I'm just trying. Like, I just don't see any movie where I'm like in Django. None of the three there, obviously.
No. He could have been.
Inglourious Bastards again. I just don't think even Eli Roth.
No, I think he could have been Bastard. Not Eli Roth's character, but he could have done.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Where it's like that's the role that I think he should like because Eli Roth has given it. He's 1,000% in that role, and he's great. He's awesome in that role. But like, I just don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's so good looking.
I would say,
it's like,
he can do a little hammy though. I saw a little hamminess in Frankenstein, and also, God, once he fully becomes the monster and he can speak and everything, I would argue he does chew some of the scenes in that boat. He does kind of go toe for toe.
Okay.
Not toe for toe with Oscar Isaac, but he has some moments with Oscar Isaac there. So I do think he can chew a little bit, but he would die early in a Tarantino movie, if that makes sense. He'd have one scene that he'd crush and then get shot. Probably same with Scorsese. He would probably play some punk gangster kid that runs his mouth and then gets shot by Joe Pesci.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in this tough, like, so what I was thinking for him, and I don't think you've probably seen this guy's work, but I'm actually really in. I think he's very underrated. Are you familiar at all with Craig Zahler's work?
No.
So here's his movies: Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn.
Is that an action movie with Vince Vaughn?
I know, dude. I'm telling you, give it. So they're exploitation movies. They're in like they're like throwback grindhouse movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like Dragged Across Concrete, Bone Tomahawk, Brawl in Cell Block 99. Like that's kind of his vibe. Like they're very like kind of death proof, like that Tarantino did. Yeah. But even less irony, like just played pretty straight, like down. Like this is just like it literally could have been like a 70s exploitation act. Like they're very violent. The guys are, and that's kind of what I was thinking for him is he gets like gritty with it and just kind of like a nasty, like actiony hard R rated film where he plays like almost like a Jack Reacher type, but played even like a hard R movie. Like that's kind of what I was thinking, a hard R action star. Where I think his size is great there. And if he put on another like 20 pounds and just got absolutely freaking huge. And then he plays like, and it's a little bit against like, I think that plays to his strengths that I see. It's just like now he can just smolder his way through. He's hot as hell. He's huge. He can beat up on people. It's a genre of film that isn't. It's not really. There's no one in that lane right now,
That's
so there's
true,
not anyone. So that, and I think that
would be fun for him because he can be a little hammy too, and that would work for those B movie roles.
Yeah, and like I think. And again, I would check out Craig Zahler's work. I'm curious to see what you think. I think Dragged Across Concrete is his best one. But I think Bone Tomahawk, Brawl, and Sock Ignite and Dragged Across Concrete are all good. That's kind of what I was thinking for him. But again, I'm also doing this because like I don't trust his. I haven't seen Frankenstein, and I don't trust his range. So that I'm trying to keep him very narrow and still. Like you're not giving a lot of line reads. you're kicking people's ass and you're looking tough doing it, and you have like a couple like solid line reads of just being a badass, and like that's the movie more or less. And it's violent. It's pretty like hard R, gets your R rating. Just more for the sake of like it still gets you into like it's unique enough. Like there's not a lot of really like those movies being made right now, so it could feel like creative and bold to make that choice. That's what I was thinking for him. But yeah, that was my read. But I don't know.
So my picks for him on what to do for the future. You might actually like this. One of them was to do more miniseries adaptations because I feel like that's where he could really thrive in. And apparently he just did one in 2025, The Narrow Road to the Deep North. I think he could have a really good part in Fargo. Like,
interesting.
You saw what they did with Lamorne Morris. He won a fucking Emmy for it.
I like this call. So you're thinking go smaller and experiment a little bit, maybe.
That's what I want him to be with weird directors. Stay smaller and just live in that kind of niche. Yeah,
like big dude. So it's like it's hard to experiment there. But if you did if you did a mini series or like a bit role in Fargo, then you can kind of like that's just like hey, if it it's not going to make or break the show, and you can kind of test it out and see how it feels. I like that a lot. I think there's real value there too, because I think he needs to start branching out. I guess is what I'm saying, or he plays it like down the middle, like what I think he could do.
Yeah, and the role that because I'm a realist when it comes to the industry and all that. Like, if you want to be that weird type of role, you got to do something that will make you a ton of money, and he just hasn't done that yet. He hasn't had a Twilight that Pattinson has, where he can tell everybody to fuck off. But at this point, if he did a Twilight now, he would kind of be, I would say, stuck in the smoldering role forever and never get out. To almost build off your idea, I think if he joined the DC universe with James Gunn under the role Midnighter, look up Midnighter real quick.
Okay.
I think that would be a really good thing for him to do.
Oh, interesting. I like his costume design.
Hey guys.
Hey buddy.
What's up?
Is that a Chelsea jersey, Alex?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh shit! I haven't even been watching the game.
It's the new one this year. Oh, you can't see. It's Palmer. You can't see it.
Oh god, Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
That's
God, I love him.
It's this year's kit too. It's pretty cool. It's got like
the. Ooh, look at that one.
Do they not have a front sponsor this year?
Let me look. I'm watching them right now. I don't think so.
I kind of love when they don't have a front shirt sponsor. Like when Barcelona did that for years. I thought that was cool.
Well, Caicedo's on the ground writhing in pain right now.
Oh no!
Would really actually writhing in pain, not like please give me a foul. So
yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
I really hope that's not actually happening right now. How are you, Tom?
I've actually had a rough couple weeks. Friday, Lila, my cat, passed away.
Oh man.
She stopped
suddenly.
Not really sudden. We've been in and out of the vet hospital for pretty much the month. And yeah, Friday her little heart just gave out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry to hear that. That's hard. How old was she?
She was only 9, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, young.
That's middle age for a cat. Yeah. How you been doing though? How's Amsterdam?
Yeah, it's good. This time of year, it's tough. It's just dark and wet all the time and cold. But yeah, it's good for the most part. Yeah, can't complain.
Have you been last? We were to meet Milan last Gertz. I think that's when the last time you were there. Have you been?
Yeah. We went to Milan for work. That was really fun. And then I go to London. I actually go to London next week, the 8th through the 9th, or 8th through the 11th, I think. Meeting with Lululemon out there, and then meeting with my team out there. So it should be fun.
That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Are you just going, or is May going to go with you?
No, just a work trip. So just 3 days and pretty quick, to be honest. So Yeah, but all good out here for the most part.
Nice.
Where are you right now, Alec?
I'm back in Scottsdale. We were in Santa Barbara. I was teaching a pickleball clinic in Santa Barbara all last week. So I taught that, and then we got into Santa Barbara or Scottsdale for Thanksgiving. And then we'll be here for a bit, and then I'll be in Dayton for the holidays.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll hang out with Tom.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Well, who else is? I mean, Spears has to be in the area, right?
He's in and out.
Yeah.
He's in Columbus technically, so we might,
I mean, while you're here, we could make a little trip up to Columbus like we did last time you were around.
How long are you there for, Alec?
What was that?
How long are you guys there for?
In Dayton?
Yeah.
We're probably about 10 days, so we'll be there for a decent amount of time.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're checking this foul for a red card, by the way.
Oh, gee. What's the score of the game?
Oh, against Caicedo. They're checking for a foul against Caicedo. Like, he would be ejected.
Oh, yeah, and he's already on a yellow. It's 0-0, Alec. 36 minutes.
It's 0-0 right now.
Okay.
But Alec, they're 1-2 in the Premier League. Arsenal's been untouchable this year. Like untouchable. You can barely beat them.
Dude, that's got me jacked.
And I would say that Chelsea on their best day are just as good as Arsenal. The only problem is their best day is not as often as Arsenal's.
Their best day is once every 22 days.
Yeah. Almost on the dot. Like you can almost time it.
Then they lose to Brentford or whoever.
Or us.
Who's sick on Arsenal?
Their defense is sick.
Their defense is unstoppable.
I think they've only conceded 7 goals or something crazy like that.
Between the Premier League and Champions League. They're undefeated in the Champions League. They just inspired.
Caicedo's gone. That's not good.
That's not great. That sucks.
Is Mikel Arteta still the manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They've stuck with him for a long time. To a lot of jokes, especially from United fans. They keep saying that all you got to do to be the Arsenal coach is just constantly get second place and crash out of the Champions League in the group stage, and you're fine.
Damn, that's brutal.
Yeah, I don't tell my dad about those jokes too often.
Your dad roots for Arsenal. That's right.
Yeah. He's sworn by Arteta's system. He likes it a lot. He just gets frustrated with ownership because it's taken, I would say, 8 total transfer windows, so about 4 years to get all the pieces that he needs to make his system work, which is crazy when you look at Chelsea and they're like, what do you need? We'll just get it. We're just going to go get it all for you real quick. Is there a transfer window open? Yes? No? Maybe? We don't give a fuck.
Is Mikel Arteta, he was just what's his style? Is it just kind of like
I would say a more counter-attacking version of Pep Guardiola, because that's who he was.
Gotcha.
City's assistant coach for 2 years.
Gotcha.
Then moved to Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still an elementary student in my knowledge. I don't even get why this is a red card.
I only know this stuff because of Dad.
Yes, if you lead with your cleats up and step on the guy's shin ankle area, they're probably not too happy in this sport, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta keep studs
classic.
up is never good. That's an automatic yellow.
Yeah, it is.
And he was already on one. That sucks.
Sucks. Well, is Spears joining? I
texted him. What did I say? I said, "Are you breathing?"
No response.
No, it's in our group chat. Yeah, no response.
I've been talking to Tom. My team is going to lay an egg this week, so it's just miserable. I don't even know who I'm really rooting for. I guess I should be rooting for you, Gertz, because I think I play you next week, right?
I have no idea. You are asking the wrong guy for what's going on in fantasy.
Me and Gertz don't care. It's fine.
I don't want to bury the lead here, but yeah, you're fine.
Gertz, do you read the newsletter though? I gave you a shout out.
I do read the newsletter. Thank you. No one's noticing. We're just putzing along here, collecting some assets.
I know.
You got a decent amount of wins. You're gonna keep your record where you're at. That's
man.
I would kill to have your year, Gertz. I would kill. This has been such a miserable fantasy year for me. I can't.
Dude, my first 5 weeks, I was 1-4. I lost 3 of my games by like 4 points combined, and was like third in points for us. I'm like, we're selling the farm. Get out now. We're just getting out. So
yeah,
we pulled quickly.
That was a good choice. That was a good choice.
I couldn't even tell you what receivers are on my team, to be honestly. I've been trading them just. I think I had Tedder McMillan for 9 days. I don't know.
Gertz, if you're here, we do have to talk a little bit about the Bengals too.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Bengals.
It's kind of exciting.
Joe Burrow playing on Thanksgiving. He was so happy. He was like a kid. I love that for him.
Yeah, he was. Did we start recording, Tom, or what do you want to do?
Oh, we've been recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just hits it live. Tom's never not recording.
Oh, except the first one I did with him. We didn't record a
I
second.
I should never live that down. That hurt so bad. Like that arguably was the best one I've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I've done it 3 times.
Gertz and I did it.
Friends.
Our banter was excellent. We had like 4 or 5 Sunny references. It was really good.
Yeah.
Fun.
Damn. Well, the best one's the ones you never record. I don't know, Tom. Do you have any topics you want to talk about? I could shoot the shit with Gertz and the Bengals because I was pretty excited about their game. But
I was just going to ask how much he's looking to next year. I mean, I've been wanting to do. If we get Imhoff on this one, we could have the bottom 4 almost have a pod together. I feel like you're going to be there eventually, Alec. I feel like you're going to miss out with us.
Definitely want to be there.
Stupid. I don't like how you've been grouping me in with your band of misfits, though.
No, it's just our little group of 4 because we're not going to make it out.
No, come on. What you and Imhoff have done this year is like your own band of misfits, and then there's the others.
That's fair. We're the bottom tier.
Alec who's trying but can't. There's me who is not trying but might do something.
Dude, if you get in,
that would be awesome.
But dude, what you and Imhoff are doing is just a disgrace, honestly.
This is what I'm saying. Gertz, you have more assets than Ian, and your team is 1,000 times better. Like, it's like unbelievable. Like, I feel like it hasn't been discussed enough on, like, Ian had no draft assets because of last year, and then he also drafted really poorly. I mean, he literally only got a first and a third, and he still had a second, third. He had a second, third, and then 5th through 15th, So the fact that he could only recuperate a first and a third tells you that went to shit.
I mean, he has won a single game, like 1-11, and Tom 1-11 and 2-10, and then everyone else is 5-7. Like that's why it's like you two, and then the rest.
I couldn't get over when I was looking at the asset collection for 2026, how much better you are positioned than, like, even Dan. Like, you and Dan, I mean, Dan, unreal his year, tanking out, but wow, I was really impressed.
Dan already had an extra first from Spears, like, when we entered the year, too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Dan could have gone for it this year. I think I don't know why he didn't.
Oh, my prediction for Dan next year, even with all his assets, he'll start to try and sell the farm week 5.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think he'll go 2-3, and he'll just bail. 2-3 and be like not very high in points for it, and he'll just be like, eh. And then I will pillage his team.
Bail every year. Just every year. It's just next year. He's just collecting assets and just moves them into the next year, year after year. It'd be a great bit. Honestly, it'd be really funny. Did you guys look at the Dynasty rules section in the newsletter?
Yeah.
I skimmed through it. I didn't read through it all the way, though.
Do you guys have any hard and fast rule, any crosses to bear for the rule selection?
I didn't want to change too much of what our starting lineups look like, unless it's adding kickers.
Okay.
But I am with Bill that we probably should expand our benches, and at the very least add an IR spot or 2.
I know there does seem to be a lot of Dynasty talk. What I've read about Dynasty is adding more bench spots seems to be consensus.
But I think that's like a cookie cutter out of the box thing with Dynasty. When you do Dynasty, you have more depth. Like you have more bench spots.
And I'd like to look at how big those leagues are, because I mean, with 12 people, the waiver wire is pretty bare thin already with the benches we have.
So, is the idea with like the added roster spots that you, like in this case, like Tom, you would have like a Tyler Chuck and a Jalen Milrow, and you add two just so you can have these guys who you know aren't going to pop this year, but it's just so they're not on the waiver wire?
That's what I would guess it's for. It's essentially for stashing people, which we could. I mean, I would argue like we don't need to expand the benches. Let's add an IR spot and let's add a stash spot.
Okay, so it's
like you have one designated bench spot for a dude that like you're just like I don't anticipate playing him this year or whatever, but he's there, and then an IR spot for somebody.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about because I know like if you say IR and extra stash, then someone's like, let's just do 3 bench spot. Like, there's just going to be so much like back and forth on like roster configuration. The only other one that I wanted to talk about that I thought was interesting. Do you guys want to have like a league reset? Did you see like if you went back to back, you just reset the pool? Would you guys be interested in that? I think that's kind of fun. What do you think?
We kind of did that. We've done that in the past with like our old Matter franchises and stuff. I feel like
that's probably.
Or I don't know. I kind of like the lever being in there, but if you're the person winning them all, it'd be really sad to reset that. I think.
Yeah, I actually feel like if you went back to back, you'd be so stoked to be like, whatever, I'll do it again. You know, yeah. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what because
I would want a special star for my robe if I did that. Bill, take notes.
You're gonna have to wait a year for that robe, Tom.
I know.
It's coming
after you win, and then you get it 13 months later. I don't know. I feel very strongly on 2 things. The draft order, I want to do some sort of physical event because I honestly think it would be so.
I agree.
It would be so fun to watch all of us. I mean, all of us do different things. Like I think Bill said bench 225, and what fucking world is Bill Stevenson getting 225 up halfway? Like
he's lying about the bar weight. He's lying about the bar weight. That's what it's got to be. He's lying. Bill, you weren't 17 in high school repping 225 12 times, man. Like, what? Were the Easters doing that?
I know.
17, maybe.
There were some pretty impressive 225. I remember Tommy.
I think that thing would just squash Bill the second it comes off the rack. So I don't know. I think it would be fun that we all think we're 19 still, and then we're not gonna be. So I'm really strong on that, and then I really want to keep Superflex. Those are my 2. Everything else I'm fluid with. I think Superflex is like it's just fantasy on steroids. It's just more fun, more points. It just makes quarterbacks a lot more fun of a position where you might need a JJ McCarthy or some Daniel Jones.
Nobody needs JJ McCarthy.
Daniel Jones is a key asset because we're in Superflex.
Daniel Jones, that's a good example.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we should make it like moderately intense, like the I don't like it should. I'm thinking like we need to like have something that everyone's kind of good at represented in there. So we need to have like times tables. We need to have like shotgunning a beer. We need to have like running a half. Like I don't know what it is, but like we need to have like it needs to be like. I think it should take a long time. Like it should take like 10 minutes to complete.
I think it should almost be a whole like for draft day next year. Like it should be a whole day in and of itself, and then we draft the next day.
Yeah, like it's a big thing, like doing, and I think it's just gonna be so fun, And then also,
we need the facilities. I don't know where we would do this because we need
an
Airbnb for sure for this one.
Airbnb, you pretty much have to do Airbnb with it, which is why, I don't know where we're gonna do next year, but yeah, like it's almost 2027 has to be. Well, I guess no, you're right, 2026 because we have to do. Oh no, I guess we could.
We could do it right before the draft. Yeah, the day before.
Prep for the draft order. That's insane too.
That would be intense. That would be fun. You have no idea.
My brother,
that would be fun to just do it. You don't know where you fall.
They do that. Michael's group does that. His fantasy league does that, and it's kind of fun. Wrinkle. Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. That would be super fun, actually. You just do it, and then maybe you just go right into the something. This is what I'm saying. There's so much we have to like figure out when it comes to how we want to set this up. We almost need like a committee. I feel like we just need to appoint 3 people and just like, hey, you come up with like, you know, it's like we have like Ian, Kyle, we have like you, Tom, and then we have like.
I mean, Bill's going to be on the committee.
Yeah, Bill's going to force himself on that committee for sure.
Right?
So yeah, I think that could be the committee, like Bill, Ink, and you, Tom. And you guys just, you three just like come up with it.
Bill will come up with like the combine stuff. Ink will come up with like the drinking outside the box type of stuff, and I'll do the like puzzles and stuff. Because there should be like a mental, like not necessarily a times table, but something like that should probably be part of it too.
We can't vote on it. Like it's just it's like an impossible thing to vote on, and I think you just have to have three people be like, "This is what we're doing." And
I think you know, whatever that committee is should be open to suggestions or whatever, but like absolutely have the ability to like say no to it even without a vote. Because
I agree. It's like you put up a proposal, you see what people like, don't like, take it in, do a final proposal. That's it.
Yeah.
And anyway, we don't have to decide that right now, but just something I've been thinking about. That's pretty much all. I don't really have any other topics. The Bears are 9-3. That's awesome.
That's insane. That's truly insane.
Awesome. It's the best.
I'm happy for the Bears, man. I still think Ben Johnson's a magician. Like, I think he can just disappear.
I don't think you're wrong.
I think he can disappear in January, but they're winning a lot of football games, and they bullied the Eagles, which I didn't think they were capable of. So they're doing things that teams that win in the January do. So it looks encouraging.
They're just falling apart.
I mean, it's Jalen Hurts was 5 of 10 for 22 yards in the first half. He's just. I hate watching the Eagles, man. I really can't. And I don't really watch much. I don't really. Oh, little man.
We lost the little guy.
It's
a big world out there.
He's so mad about Jalen Hurts playing quarterback. He just left the call. Yeah, he's just not it's just not a fun team to watch. There's no joy. And even the Eagles fans now, like Ian and Fez, are both in the chat saying, "Yeah, it's bad vibes."
Yeah, so. When Imhoff starts saying it's bad vibes, I know it's bad.
Spears
or Fez is usually quick to start saying like it's all bad. Starts breaking shit.
Yeah. Should we Should we tell people why Spears isn't here? Should we let the listeners know?
I mean, we could talk. Yeah, we'll talk OSU a little bit. Spears was supposed to be here as part of the matchup of the week with Alex, but he is quote physically unwell. Celebrated way too hard last night for the Buckeye win. First Buckeye win over Michigan in 7 years? Is that right? Hey, buddy.
I don't think it's been that long. No way.
I think it's 7 years. It's been 6 straight games, but 7 years, and they skipped the COVID year. I think that's right.
Mm. What are you guys talking about?
Last time OSU beat Michigan. And that's why Spears isn't with us today.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes. He got way too drunk.
November of 2019. Yeah, 6 years.
Well, I mean, honestly, if Michigan had beat OSU, Spears also would probably.
Yeah, no, there was no happy way to have it.
When Julian Sayin threw that first pass right to Michigan's defensive back, the first play, the first offensive snap of the game, I'm like, here we go. They all look nervous again. Everyone looks tight.
I really wish I'd been with Joe Lisher in that moment. I would have loved to hear whatever he had to say.
So Leslie's dad is a diehard Illinois football fan, and he watches like Big Ten football, like everyone religiously. And he doesn't obviously sports gamble, but he has like an unreal read on Big Ten teams, and he's like, this Michigan team's gonna get trounced. He knew What's his Indiana take then? He thinks they're good. He thinks they're like he thinks they're gonna push them. Is his take, which he wouldn't have said. Like he's usually pretty good on it. Like, yeah, he thinks it'll be. He thinks it'll be the best game of the year. The Indiana OSU game. We'll see. Okay. I disagree with him, but he's been right on more than I've been right when it comes to Big Ten football.
Yeah, so that's why Spears isn't here to talk matchup of the week. We can jump into. I guess we can jump into that if you want, Tom. First off, I'm honored. I'm honored that I was selected. I've been a little bit of a footnote this year, so it's nice to.
It's your first matchup of the week. It's the first time he's been back on in a while.
Yeah, since August when I had the trophy with me. Yeah.
That's
crazy. You hate to see your heroes fall, right, Tom?
Yeah.
You guys, I've watched the least amount of football I've watched since I was probably like 18 or 19. Like I I watch the Bengals when I can, and that is pretty much it. Like, I'm not sitting down with my screens. I'm not doing 7 p.m. here. Like, I'm barely watching. It's dramatic, but when Burrows, when he broke his toe or when he tore his ligaments, I just like my desire for football was gone. It's just like I can't.
It just disappeared.
Just disappeared. Yeah, broken heart, broken football heart is what I say. So, but it's healed. And Thanksgiving, obviously, it was at 2 a.m. for me. I didn't watch, but I woke up and that was a fun game to rewatch. Like I didn't know the outcome, and I rewatched it, and it was fun. But matchup of the week. I mean, Spears has Lamar Jackson with 6.5 points and Saquon with 5.5. Like that's a recipe for an upset, people. Like his team is opening the door for the Misfits to come in.
I gotta say,
kind of
if he misses the playoffs, God,
it would be hilarious.
It would be insane.
It would be insane. It would be legitimately insane for him to miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
legitimately. Like I said in the newsletter, the second most disappointing season of all time outside of Ian's winless, and I think that's like fair. I don't think you could be fair. Well, if you miss the playoffs with all of his assets, plus he depleted his 2026 chest, it's just unbelievable to do.
Yep, I agree. It would be the second most disappointing. You could even say, no, Ian's winless is like it's infamous,
close though.
It's infamous.
It's infamous, but he has one win again this year. It's crazy. I think. I don't think I can get the upset done, you guys, because I'm now looking at my lineup. I have Trey Tucker, Jalen Waddle, and Jawan Jennings are my 3-headed wide receiver monster.
That 3-headed monster is the 3 dragons, all with the goofy face.
I'm pretty sure he's a broken fibula right now or something. Like
he does, and he's still playing on it.
He's limping around with a broken leg. Like it's like the Greg Jennings Madden video. It's like he broke his fucking leg. Like he's just running around. And then Geno Smith is just like that's QB2 for me. Like that's the team that we're fielding. So I don't think it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's Geno Smith has been really disappointing. I will say though, it's not. I mean, Warren. So Spears might not know ball because if he's been fouling, I thought Warren might be out. Is he for sure in?
He looks for sure in.
He is
active for week 13. Yeah. Oh, he was sick. Okay.
He was really. They said he was like because he's on my other fantasy league, so I had to go drop a.
Hey, I beat Joe Lisher with my Misfits. Like
it's you had a good week last week, didn't you?
We've slayed some dragons. No, I only put up 99 last week. That's about where we cap our weekly totals. The Mendoza line of triple digits is where we're. Tom has lived all year.
Oh yeah, that's we just drag people down in the dirt with us, except for that 1 week.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm having fun. Like the Bengals was a really fun game to watch. Like I enjoyed that quite a bit. And there's just that little part of me that's like, we could make a run.
So,
I mean, who says we can't?
So Gertz, where is your heart? So you said you got a broken football heart. Now Burrow's back. Are you gosh, are you keeping your heart guarded?
I'm ready. No, I'm ready. I'll watch.
Oh, so you're watching it. You're like locked in now for the
ready to
get
the Bengals.
Again. Yeah, I'll watch them every Sunday I can.
Okay.
But I'm not I'm not watching pretty much anything else at all. So no, I'll watch the Bengals and I'll hope and root for them. It's the same thing every time. Like this time of year, it's like they could win 5 in a row, and then maybe if you get lucky and flip a coin, they could do something. But
I mean. Yeah, like I'm not trying to. I know hope is a dangerous thing. It's like bane. It's a poison. But I mean, they kicked the shit out of the Ravens, and then their last 3 games. So they have the Bills, Ravens, and then their last 3 are Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns.
Yeah,
like those teams.
And I only say this because the AFC North is so bad this year.
So bad. That's the thing.
The division winner will be 9 or 10 wins, and it's going to be a really bad team. It's going to be the Steelers or the Ravens probably. Neither of those teams like inspire people that they're going to win a playoff game. So
the Ravens, something's off with Lamar. Like I don't think it can be the Ravens.
That was a really fun game. That was so fun to watch him just continuously throw the ball to the other team or drop
It
it.
was unbelievable. He looks so slow. They haven't looked good literally all year. Like I just don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
2 fumbles in that game? Holy shit. I didn't realize he had 2 fumbles in that game.
Yeah, and they had 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
And the Bengals kicked 6 field goals. Like the Bengals still didn't look like sharp, but Burrow moved. I just wanted to see him move. He moved really, really well. He didn't look that rusty. Like he's got this like metal plate in his shoe, which is pretty crazy. But
yeah, Gertz, I wanted to ask you about that. So, did you notice I missed the sideline report because it was on mute, but he like has a plate and then he takes the shoe off and puts on a normal sneaker on the sideline.
Yeah, they said his like basically the whole top of your shoe that like if you would lift your toes up and touch, like it's all steel, but it's a metal plate all the way up through it, and then there's there's cushioning around reinforced by metal around the toe. And Joe Burrow, he just said it's like incredibly uncomfortable. Like you can't. Yeah. It's just horrible to wear. So he takes it off between series. He says, "Yeah."
Gotcha. Okay, I was wondering why he was doing it.
I mean, can you imagine? Like, have you guys ever worn steel toes? Either of you? Like,
no,
man there, not on the job site, Alec.
No?
I've worn a steel toe. It's fucking sucks.
No hard hats and steel toes.
No hard hats. I got some calluses though.
From your pickleball paddle.
It's like you feel the weight and it's awkward. I can't even imagine what a toe, like a reinforced cleat with metal, feels like. I can't.
If you have too much space, you like bang your toe on it, or if it's too tight, it's just
Tom
way too uncomfortable.
Hensley has worn steel toes and Alec has.
I've worn it twice. I had to try them on for something once, and then wore them at a. It was like a conservation thing.
I bet Joe Lisher's compliant and wears them every time on his sites.
For sure.
He never misses his steel toes.
He has never worn Crocs there once. I get.
Yeah, I'm sure he always has his hard hat and his high vis vest on too.
Yeah. Your best, Joe.
Fully OSHA compliant.
Okay, so that's. But I do want to bring it back to Joe Burrow because I was actually surprised at how good he looked, and the Bengals in general. Like, I know Lamar looked like shit, and Joe had a few misses, but man, like his movement was good, the offense looked good, him and Chase had a connection.
Yeah, his timing, like one of his touchdown passes over the middle to Yoshavas, like was a really nice ball. Like, if you look at the end zone view of it, he throws it over the linebacker in front of the safety in stride in the end zone. So, like, yeah, I mean, he's damn good when he plays. It's just I have no faith that he can even finish this year again. Like, I'm just so scared. He's still running around, diving, shovel passes. Like, he has no idea how to take the Superman cape off. What I liked was he was under center a little more. I like when they're under center and do play action. It helps protect the quarterback more. It helps them think. It helps the defense have to key in on the run. You'll see that more, like Joe Flacco was doing that more than Burrow, and that helps slow down the pass rush too. Like, if you are in shotgun every time and they can just pin their ears back and get after you, it's really hard on the offensive tackles too. So I hope they do under center, and I hope Zach Taylor gets fired. Those are my things. Like,
It's tough though, because I was thinking, like, I think the Zach Taylor thing is hard because what sucks is, like, the Bengals are definitely going to end the season with more. If Burrow finishes, they're going to win more than lose with the Cardinals, Dolphins, and Browns.
Yeah.
And I do feel like Zach Taylor's going to buy himself another year. I do.
Yeah.
I think,
And the Bengals don't want to pay, like, they don't like paying
See, that's
two
the thing.
coaches. So Zach Taylor's under contract through next year. So, but it was nice to have, like, him back and to have a little bit of fun back for Sundays. I guess it was Thursday, so.
Yeah, honestly, I felt a little ashamed. Gertz and Spears and I are in a. I was watching the whole game, but it just never, like, that. We have, like, a little Bengals group chat, and none of us put anything in. It's nothing. I felt bad. I read his text, like, nothing in here, and I'm like, I was watching the game. It's been, like, so quiet in there because they've sucked, but it didn't even occur to me to send anything in there, and I felt ashamed.
No, I mean, I was asleep the whole time. Usually when I'm really locked in, I'm up. You guys know I'll send some texts at 2 a.m.
You were there.
Dude, I was sleeping like a bear. There was, but, like, that's how I know I'm just, like, I'm a little more removed this year. Like, I'm a little more removed for sure. So that's kind of where we're at. But I hope, I don't know, next year I have 3 first-round picks, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Like we'll come back and we'll be in it. Like this is just a little bit of a break. I think a mental break from fantasy it's been really nice, you guys. Like
Alec feels good, right?
We were talking about it. Like it's kind of nice. I don't know. Every Monday night, I go to the next week. I plug in my misfits, and then I'm done. I don't waiver wire. I don't look at schedule, strength of schedule, roster, bye weeks, nothing, dude. You were just like, peace. Juwan Jennings, get in there.
Sure, why not?
Go get him, Kenneth Gainwell. You're just done. It's so easy.
Gertz, do you also look at the percentage of people starting your lineup and just see 20, 20, 20, 20, 20? That's what I see. Nobody's starting who I'm starting.
I do. My biggest thing was Chris pranked me one time. He was like, "You didn't start a player. You purposely tanked," and I would have felt bad. Hold on, I heard a noise. I gotta go check on the dog.
Gertz's whole vibe is just, Daddy's been drinking. Time for soccer.
It's a nice feeling. It's kind of how I feel this year too. Although I just like to keep looking out for more assets because I'm not as comfortable as he is for next year. But
yeah, you
compared to last year where I was stressing out until the very last week and going all in and and then losing it all.
Yeah, Tom, you're kind of decent haul though. You're not terrible. I wanted to talk, Tom, while we said that Daddy's been drinking time for soccer practice. Do you guys? I've been getting this in my YouTube algo recently. Do you remember the campaign, the Will Ferrell movie? Dude, I've been getting some of those. There's some good.
I do not want to go to Rainbow Land, and you're getting on my back.
He goes. You get my son to call you daddy. Turn the page. Fuck your wife.
Jason Sudeikis is so unbelievably good.
Did you say my vibes when Daddy's been drinking time for soccer practice? Is that what
a little bit?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You're just hey, get on out there, kids.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want? Go get him.
Go get him. Go try your hardest.
Try your hardest. I'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be at the bar.
Remember, we're going to Chili's after the game.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Meet me there. I'll be at Chili's. Yeah.
I'll be at Chili's before the final whistle. Don't you worry.
Win, lose, or draw, we're there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good mental break for that for sure. But I can't lie though. When I started, we won 4 or 5 or 3 or 4. Start kicking at some assets, and if I could make some moves, there was still a little bit of an itch there. So that was kind of fun. But
Tom, Gertz, I was on a pod earlier. Tom, I gotta hop. We gotta do some Christmas shopping. But Gertz, it was good seeing you, brother.
Good to see you too, man. Enjoy the Christmas shopping.
Buddy.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Yep. And let me know when you're in Dayton. Yep.
Oh no.
No, you won't. Yeah.
Oh, did I lose you too, Tom?
Oh, maybe. You're frozen, but I can hear you. Apologies for the technical difficulties, everybody.
Oh.
There we go.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. It just freaked out on me.
Well, Chelsea just scored. Maybe that was the...
end. Down a man? Holy shit.
Yeah, corner kick.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to see someone other than City or Liverpool win the league this year. But
yeah, that'd be great.
I've really enjoyed watching Chelsea this year. I really do enjoy Maresca. I think he's a great coach.
Maresca's it's just a fun team to watch. They're such a... It's not like a old school Chelsea, man. It's a very different system. So.
No, yeah, and I'm glad that you guys got Alejandro Garnacho. I'm really glad that he's out, actually being able to play the position he's best at, because that's just no longer a thing at United.
He can burn, man. He's so fast. He's so fast.
He's so fast. But he cannot cross very well.
Well, what do you want to? Is there anything else you had on your list to hit on, Tom?
I was gonna do a little bit of Bengals talk for you and Spears and see if you actually thought that they could go on a playoff run, because I bet Spears thinks that they might be able to. But
I don't know. I haven't talked to Spears much about the Bengals, to be honest, because I haven't been like super plugged in. But I don't think anyone who's realistic about the team thinks they can go on a playoff run. Honestly, it would be nice, but their defense is still really, really, really bad, like historically bad again, and they're just going to be hard to predict with Burrow's health and what they can do on offense. So I don't think they can really do anything realistically. It's fun to hope, though.
But I mean, like, who else in the AFC? I mean, there's the Chiefs, obviously, who will be in that AFC Championship game, hell or high water, because of whatever. But who else do you think? I mean, if they could, if Joe Burrow's playing and throwing 3 touchdowns a game, is that enough to like make up?
Right now, the Chiefs are out of the playoffs. By the way, they're not even in.
I didn't even catch that. I've also been very unplugged.
They're 6-6. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they wouldn't be in.
Wow.
There's 3 other wild cards. There'd be 3 other wild card teams in front of them. I don't know. The Patriots look good, but they're quite young. The Bills look okay, but they still have
they haven't been super convincing.
And the Broncos look really good, man. Their defense is for real.
That's true.
And Bo Nix is doing better, I think. But those are, I don't know. I haven't watched. I'm just like a headline hunter. Like, I look at the stats and the standings, but I don't actually watch a lot of games, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my read on it. I hope the Bengals can make a run. It's always fun when they're winning games, man. It's just it makes Sundays more fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. What else you got?
Well, actually, you want to talk soccer for a little bit? How much? I mean, I know you've been watching probably a little bit more Chelsea this year.
I watch a lot of Premier League in general because of the time zone. It's just easy for me. Like, it's nice on Saturday and Sunday to have something at 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. somewhere in there. But I can't say I'm like super, super plugged in on anything besides Chelsea, Arsenal, and the Champions League itself. So, like, obviously Chelsea had a big week. They just beat Barca, I think 3-0 or 3-1, which was really cool in Stamford Bridge. And then the kid I'm excited about on Chelsea is Estavo, right winger from Brazil. I think he just turned 18, and number 40 on the right wing if you want to watch him. He is looking pretty special. He scored an absolute wonder goal against Barcelona, and again, he just turned 18. He's a kid, and he's starting for Chelsea. So
that's impressive.
He's pretty exciting. Then Cole Palmer, today was his first match he's able to play in since I think early September. He's a sub, so he'll probably come in soon. Actually, he's actually getting off the bench right now.
Okay.
So that'll be fun to watch, but. Yeah, I'm not super plugged in on anything else besides Champions League and Premier League, to be honest.
I've been finally getting back more into it. I've finally got a little bit of hope again after that 3 or 4 game unbeaten streak that United finally had. I let myself hope a little bit. And the minute I let myself hope, we lost to Everton, even though we were up a man.
Yeah, I did have fun when I went to Manchester, Tom, and saw Old Trafford from the air. I think I texted you that. That was kind of cool. Like, we grew up playing FIFA and thinking about these things, but then to go to the city was kind of cool. And Manchester was really, really fun too. I enjoyed that city. It's very like hipsty indie art scene kind of.
I've heard that. When you
very,
look at the history of it, it used to be like a shipping town or a steel town or something like that. Some sort of industry town, but now it's like almost fully gentrified or something like that.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of fashion brands there now, and like a lot of cosmetic companies have set up shop there too. So it was pretty cool. Manchester was nice.
Nice.
But yeah, United is. I mean, they're solidly in the middle of the table, right? Like 7, 8, 9, 10 area is like where they're going to live, probably.
That's where it's better than where we were last year. And learning a whole new system like this with the personnel we have, it's going to take some time to actually be able to challenge. And who knows if they even will, which is, to me, the most frustrating thing. Like, we don't know for sure that this system will work. It's so different than what anything the Premier League's really used to, except for maybe Conte with Chelsea. Which actually, he did win a league with that, didn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been nice to like. I just try and watch the things that are on in regular time zones. Like, I can't watch I'm really following a lot of NBA stuff, but again, like headlines and standings and highlights, like that's all I do because of the time zone. But so I still watch a lot of that basketball when I can. Or I guess I headline hunt more than anything, but yeah, those are like, I always say you can have time for 2 leagues or 2 things. So it's like, for me, it's the Bengals and Chelsea, and then everything else I kind of just poke around and look at when I can.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense. It's hard to keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. But you have your. It's not so much a new gig anymore, right? Like you have your new job.
Yeah, I'm back at Bonefish, bartending and serving when I can and stuff.
Oh, why did I think you got a new tech job, Tom?
Because I did. I did get an offer for a pharmaceutical facility testing. Like just testing for bacteria and stuff on their product. But it was only like a 6-month contract and just didn't quite get the vibes of everything. But now that everything with Lila's settled, I got to get more into that. I'm hoping, because the zoo is finally hiring again, I'm hoping that I could get something at least part-time there and then, work at Bonefish still and bartend and make up the money before that until I get a stable job from a.
That'd be nice, man. Are you still in Miamisburg, Springboro, same apartment?
Yeah, still in the same apartment. I resigned it for another year because they offered me $200 off my rent for next year, which was.
Wait, $200 a month off?
Yeah, like cheaper, like which I'd never heard of before.
Wow. That's really nice.
I was prepared. Like, if they were only going to bump it up like $100, I'd be like, I may as well resign. It's about the same as anywhere else, and I don't feel like moving yet. But I did do a double take. Yeah. Okay,
that's good. Should we thank Trump for that, or is that someone else you think? I
think it's more of they're just desperate to make people stay because everybody else is moving out and moving back in with parents or something like that. So I think
so we can thank Trump. Yeah, that was
making
perfect.
Things so bad that. Apartment complexes have to beg us to stay. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, nice. I'm happy to hear that. That's good, Tom.
Yeah. No, it's been fun. Michaela actually came to town yesterday.
Okay.
She was. She spent Thanksgiving up with Andrew's in-laws and then stopped here with Winston on the way back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was good to see her. And have I told you I'm officiating their wedding?
I think you did, actually, in Vegas. You told me this, yeah. Because they're getting married. They're getting married in 26, right?
Mm-hmm. July.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
In Ohio?
No. Upstate New York.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
New York.
Syracuse, really. So I know the in-house will be jelly. But, yeah, I got to go up there. Andrew's grandma, who's also chipping in a little bit cheddar cheese, is, not able to travel out of state. And they want to make sure she can go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense. Well, that's nice. They're hopefully that all goes according to plan for them. So that's good.
Yeah, friends of mine that were actually supposed to get married the day before Michaela might have to move theirs because they lost their venue, which was...
Yikes.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. Their parents didn't pay the last deposit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone, I feel for anyone that's been around wedding planning or dealt with it. That sounds like a nightmare, honestly.
Oh, yeah. My heart goes out to him.
Ah, shit. Arsenal just scored.
Who was it?
So it's
Odegaard?
Mikel Mourinho? I don't even know who this guy is.
He was bought to just be like a plug-in midfield guy, but he's surprisingly doing well for them.
He's got some eyebrows, I'll tell you that.
He does have some eyebrows.
God. That was a good ball in by Saka, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Saka's a freak.
Well, I think that's everything. I wanted to hit on, Tom.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a matchup of the week hype up when half of the matchup doesn't show up. I think that's intuitive for. I think that might be bad vibes for Spears' matchup luck. Honestly,
I think so too. I think that's bad juju, and I think it kind of just sums up his year as a whole. Got too drunk, and then he can't go out and actually perform and do what he needs to do. Celebrating too much.
Yeah, he didn't have much to celebrate this year in fantasy, so he had to celebrate I was happy the Buckeyes won. That would have been horrible if they lost.
That would have been. So, my friend Sam I work with, she's a Michigan fan. This is the first time in our entire friendship that OSU's won. So it was nice to finally.
Make sure you let her know. Make sure you let her know at work tomorrow.
Oh, I did. I got to see her yesterday. I saw her after the game.
Good. All right, man. Well, it was good catching up with you, Tom. It was nice to see you, too.
It's good to see you, too, buddy.
It's been way too long since I jumped on this pod, so it's nice to be back.
Yeah. It's nice to have you back. All right.
Okay, buddy.
Love you, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Say hi to everyone in Ohio for me.
I will. Let me know next time you're visiting fam.
Okay, I will. Peace.
See you, buddy. All right. So that was our matchup of the week between Spears and Gertz. Unfortunately, Spears was not able to make the podcast, as you saw. Again, I just want to do a final plug for pet insurance and Care Credit, the credit card that I use to pay for all of Lila's vet bills. It just makes making those decisions a lot easier, and it makes it easier to fight whatever's happening to your little guy. So on that note, I'm going to put a couple pictures up of Lila at the end here to close out the podcast. But if all of you out there could do me a favor and hug your furry little buddies, your pets, a little extra tight today for me, I'd appreciate that. Until next time, guys, there will not be nearly as long of a delay on the next podcast, I promise. Good luck, boys. God bless the league.